update. There we go. Now it's gonna find that shit. Let's give it a few minutes for people to round up, and then we'll start with the ones that people sent in, because they probably want those done first. Music's a bit boring. A bit further. You can listen for. Where do we go? Link. Tiger. Wait, the Tiger one is free? It was Arizona. Target paper is analyzed to us. Muffins also wanted it. So tag. What else? Dream wanted his. Reviewed. Inky sent me his. Yep. Loading a tiny bit of Zyto on the side. Maybe I'll show you some progress of that another time. But we're here for more important things. Think, yep. Push quality isn't like super duper high tier on this, but we'll make do. Start with Decoy v Dream. I think. Let me see if I can bring up the bracket. Give me a better idea what the hell happened last night. Where V ended up. I beat Hilton in, alright. We lost to Freezing Mid, alright. We got that on stream, I'm pretty sure. And that was that, yeah. Happened there. That was a close match up here. Alright. Green muffins. I'll do yours. Actually, Do you want me to do yours right now? It's a shift account shit. How do I turn that shit off? Just a sec. Yeah, like, I have that on for myself. I really need to get rid of it because it's dumb. Yeah, you just close it. Good thing it's out of the way. Alright. So why don't I do yours now, Muffins, in case Decoy's not here? Might as well give him a minute. And I'll do yours. How'd you do? She got knocked out by top 3. So you're basically doing well up until you get to like the stronger players. Alright. Alright. Let's start with yours then. There's no volume, I can turn this off. Go and get yours. Volume. Looking good for everyone? Yeah, I can see that. Hey! Oh, hey. Oh, you can hear me. Okay, I'll do Muffins first. Ooh, that's a mega high commit there. Really? Yeah. You didn't get punished for it though. Oh. I'll explain that after this match. I'll explain that after that match, how to block or to reduce that RAM block string as much as possible, because it's getting everyone. That'll be like the character of the day to deal with this week. Yep, good throw. Is there enough blocks on there? No, you're just too far away. Right. Nice there. Nice pressure. Pretty good. Get a nice little confirm off that combo. Otherwise you drop it. Yeah, that it looks like it should have worked because she might have dropped just a little bit faster, and it would have worked and it would have hit her. But still, they rip like that. Like when I think of Ram jumping in, I think of a jump H. So what I would do is I would hammer fall through the first hit. If that would happen, I just hammer fall through the first hit, break, and maybe go for a command grab. Maybe that could work. But oh no, that did look like it was supposed to connect. So it's fortunate in the blender. Nice little mash out there. I don't think he had sword set up after that. Yeah, very delayed. Like he got up and he didn't do any meaty after that, so he could just mash out. So he kind of exposed that. Nice little side head. Meaty, it's good. Pushing low. Unfortunately, you don't cancel that. There's just an execution error. Nice reversal throw. It's good. I like to see that. There are a lot of times in the tournament where I saw people stand way too close, and you know they didn't reversal throw them. That's like very important to try to reversal throw if they're oblivious of their how close they are to the opponent, how close they are to you. That was probably a 5H turned to a 6H, or just like a throw. A little reset point. So that, yeah, that's when he starts Oki. Does Oki a bit weird, doesn't matter. I think you can confirm if a counter hit JD. No. I think it needs to be sort of... They need to be airborne for you to convert if a counter hit JD. Nice little for there. So that fast slash, every time you see a fast slash, just input an IB, even on hit. The only time fast slash Daru is going to connect is when you're crouching or counter hit. So you can get hit standing and then IB it right after because you won't connect and you get a free punish. Yeah, gotta get the rest of throws in. No, almost worked. That was a bit odd. I don't think he... I think that OTG'd, so I don't think that burst was really necessary. Also, bursting this late in the round, like, I get you have a lot of meter, but... I don't know. I feel like you can, like, you'll get burst back super quickly, so it would have been better if you, like, bursted the first hit of the next round. And then you can build it up by the time she does 2 combos on you, 2 mix-ups, and you'll get another burst. So maybe bursting here wasn't the best choice, even if you got a lot of meter. Try to go for a air grab, get overhead again. So that round was just a lot of caught out. I bring this back. Where was your major damage? Sort of a mix-up. Yeah. Just a mix-up caught you for all this damage on you. That's very unfortunate. Slide out against Ram is risky because Ram likes to be in the air a lot, and she can do a lot of her shit from the air. She'll just summon swords while in the air, so slide head against Ram is risky, in my opinion. But she can just instant air dash forward or something. She gets pressure on you. Mashed out of that. Yeah, as soon as the Ram sees Hammerfall, it just starts mashing. So I'm getting from the inputs on the side. Nice little flick counting it and putting pressure on. Could have converted that with meter. Push caught mashing. Kick caught low and don't mash out the stagger. Yeah, it's not gonna work. And now you don't have any more meter. And mashing throw in this situation, like, she's gonna stand far enough away. Like this jump in. I think he tried a throw after this jump in. But that was low enough. Like, you see how that 5k is just about immediate you? Unless he IB'd that and went for a throw on the ground, that wasn't going to work. So mashing throw is a negative here sometimes. Like, you'll see later on. Like, I'll look at your inputs on the side. That looked like a flick. You want to do a flick. Now you're trying to reversal throw here. Thing is, he can get baited out quite easily. Like, all they would need to do is they do a meaty high and they get you low, trying to do a grab. Or they'd space themselves out so the throw would whiff and you'd hit them. If you want to mash throw or command grab, make sure you do it off a make sure you do it with system mechanics. So if you FD them out and they're going to whiff something, then that's when you can go forward and punish with a command grab. Or if you IB a string, then you can go for a reversal throw, a reversal command grab or something. But just trying to mash it, like, there's a problem with that. Because it's very easy to abuse. Most people won't let their stuff won't let their strings be reversal thrown. He's getting hit with the overhead again. Like, against Ram, it's very simple. I'll show after this, but it's very simple to just FD or out, or IB certain spots, maybe try to get something versatile-wise. Where do we go with this? It's a bit... I think you're looking for a fast slash there, and that was just a very questionable 2S, but it worked out for Moon. I already mentioned before, like, 2S and a 2H is like really bad for Ram, like, because you can hammer fall basically through after the first one, after you block the first hit, you can just hammer fall through the second hit. It's very easy. You can even command grab if you're close enough, so it's not the best thing to be rocking. Nice little match out there. Yeah. Get some pressure. So what's the Ram doing after you've done the first bit of pressure? That was a super reversal. Didn't do it properly, so Moon got counter hit. So that would have probably hit you, so lucky that didn't happen. And what's this? This is FD, just FDing you out. Another good way to see what people want, like if they want to push you out, is with FD. So after this, you'll see here, like there's FD here. That means, it's usually FD, that means they want to push you out. They don't want you to get close. And the way to punish that is with throw. So you take note of that, and that's when, like here, after, wait, do you mean here or the first one? Like here, I wouldn't write Buster after the 2K, but like you can jab. Let's just say you're here, you could jab. Don't always need to go for low. You can jab. You can check if they're going for a what's the name, an FD. Then you can walk forward into a command grab because they expect more from that. Like there's going into a 2K, going into a Camille string like this, ends your offense really early. When sometimes it could be like 2P dash break 2P or 2P wait, and then see what they're doing. Like you'd be surprised how much information you can get from doing a 2P and then wait, or two like two 2Ps, two of them in a row, and then just wait and see what they do, see what they're trying to do, and then you can react, and you get more information. Because as soon as I see the FD, like I'm looking at the feed, so I'm cheating, but as soon as I see the FD, it's just like the Ram wants to block, and the Ram wants to push you out so she can get out. That's when you punch her with throw. Because see, like, she's done the right thing after this string, where the FD makes the 6K whiff. So if Moon doesn't know this, Moon's just trying to FD to get you out, but if Moon knew this, that you're going to autopilot into this string, then this will be an instant whiff punish. So committing into a string super jump what? Just read the chat. Yeah, after 2D, like you also know your safe jumps. I can't remember Pod safe jumps exactly. There might be after 2D and maybe Pot Buster. I'm not entirely sure, but there are definitely safe jumps you should be abusing, because you can literally go for a safe jump and then go empty 2K low, and that'd be a mix up. Or you could do something like empty jump Pot Buster. Like those are all very valid mix ups when they've got you scared. Oh, and then there's also the big call out, which is empty jump 6K, which is I'm punishing you for backdashing, stuff like that, depending on the character. So yeah, that whiffed. Moon didn't realize that FDing you out of that string, if you go for the 6K, it would make the button whiff. So he tried to delay go for fast slash. RC that on hit, but too late. After 2D like this, just do an empty jump, like a normal jump. That was the throw. You can jump forward while doing that. Nice little combo there. That was definitely a pop buster. You didn't go back, so it was just a 6p. You didn't go all the way around. Yeah, that happens. You do need to be kind of careful against Ram's strings or just characters with really fast normals, because Ram can just cancel 4p into another 4p and mash out of your hammer fall. Oh, my dog's about to go ballistic. Yeah, there he goes. Just a sec. I'm back. The overhead string again, which is I'll talk about after this. When did you mash that? Just same thing. It's good. Try to come down, throw. Pretty sure pressure ended there. Like after this. Like I don't know how plus RAM is. Let's look ourselves. We'll do some research. That's RAM. Yeah, strings. Target combos. Yeah, -1. So if she does anything after that, like he can basically pop after that. She can't do anything after that. She can backdash it, but if she's gonna keep doing pressure, it's obviously minus. It's pretty minus. Very minus. Minus again. This is the overhead. This one. That's +3. But on the crouching, it's -7, so it's punishable. And this is mid or low, so you always block this low from a P. It's very minus again. The lows are just always minus. Except for that, because that's an overhead. And it's the low. +3, -12 again. Really? Yeah, getting better at flicking. Getting better at flicking is a really good thing against Ram. Because she can set up swords quite easily, so you're gonna have trouble trying to flick them. Wow. That was just a call out. Alright. Very ambitious call out. Or that could be kind of be an option select for the Ram, similar to Eno, where the Eno does like a dash forward jump H. Like an air hover forward jump H and it'll option select an air throw. But for Ram, if she does a jump forward jump H, it'll hit with the sword nice and at a nice timing. Like I'll put out the sword earlier so it hits on the way down. Do it again. I think that's very nice. Ooh, yeah, that's minus. You throw that. You throw those. Look at how minus that is. There's 3k. 3k, there it is. -7. Yeah, I think that was... It was active for a fair amount, but I think that's minus enough for you to literally take your turn back. Because it wasn't done from far enough range. Wait, is my mic quiet again? Is my mic better? Did you hear anything I said there about, what's the name? 3k? Okay, why did it get quiet? I didn't mute my mic. Yeah. So that 3k was definitely minus. Like there are very much points in time where you should just not let the ram press the button upwards. It's good. It's good. You didn't get FD'd out, so this basically was a good string to pressure. I think she FD'd once. Did it catch you at all? Yeah, it catched your fast slash. Or your 2S, so it didn't push you out far enough though. Nice little combo. Oh yeah. Oh no. You have a lot of meter now. You could do. Yeah, you just can't fall through that, unfortunately, in combo, and that's not a safe jump. So that reverse will just hit you. Ooh. Yeah. Now it's just so doing a reversal super like that, as good as good as it would be to hit it. Like let's just say you get a gold burst and then like dumping all of your meter into a super isn't exactly the best thing, because when you think of pot like gets mad damage of a convert from Hammerfall or like a 5H or something with an RC, and pot can also Hammerfall absorb something YRC. Like that's a pretty good technique. Like there are a lot of good ways for pot to use meter, so just dumping it there when you could probably make this comeback isn't the best thing. I don't know if you can you get a safe jump off that? It feels like a lot of time. I think you could get a safe jump off that. Yeah, well again, but your HP's so low. You get the pop buster though. It's good. See, this is where I mentioned before, the whole adaptation thing. So you see here, you 2P'd, and look at all this FD top right here. That's literally saying I don't want to. I think she tries to jump out, but it's already like this jump out is for if you didn't do a meaty, if you try to do a command grab, it's on the wake up instead of doing a 2-piece. So you went back to crouching, you just command grabbed it. So that's good adaptation there. Realizing how to punish lots of FD usage if they're expecting more normals. That's a risky hammer ball, but it works out. I guess it works out because you've seen Moon. Moon hasn't really backed off or hasn't really used light moves, so you just go in with a big heavy normal. And you just punish it with a hammer fall. So it does work. I'm punishing it though. I'm just trying to counter back here. Nice. That wasn't a safe jump, but it's fine. She mashed out after this slash. You need to be careful against Ram. Ram could just mash really well. Has good buttons for mashing. That burst is fine. Maybe have you been comboed yet? No, you haven't really been comboed enough to be put into a situation. But that combo, if we get to it, or this situation here, where it's about to go into a mix-up, is kind of fine, because you'll probably get a burst back later. Get over it though. Ideally though, this burst, it's better if you have been hit by a mix-up first. Like, you actually haven't been hit by the mix-up yet. So maybe you could survive it and turn around the pop buster, so it's like it's 50-50. You could get it back if she does a lot of low damage combos. Unless you get counter hit like that into all this stuff. It's a nice tech throw. Yeah. That's a big call out. It would be so much more value if you hammer fall YRC'd forward. Because if she did jump when you did a hammer fall, then that's easy grab, easy take your turn back. And if she didn't, then pop buster. You just let it rip. Like you have so much meter here. Let it rip RC, take your turn back. Now you're just in a really shit position. Oof, that works. Yep. But yeah. Yeah, hammer falls, because if the hammer fall fails, I'm pretty sure you get like a YRC. Like if it's active, I can't remember if it's still YRC state or if it's PRC state. But you can do it late and you can punish with something just hitting your arrow there. Anyways, I'm gonna swap the screen. Go to Ramble. And turn the music back on.
Versus Ramleval. Get ready to rock.
So I'll record 2. So everyone can see this. Yep. Shit. I look the third one on something. Oh god. Let's do that. So that's what happens when you don't wait. So look at my inputs in the top left. If you can see my mouse. Just look at what I do each time. I'll try to mimic it. This is like a form of fuzzy guarding. Get the timing a bit better. So if you get the timing right, you can basically guard all 3 of them. Usually they won't die the K afterwards, unless they're like really trying to mess you up. They'll usually just do it fast, like that. They usually won't delay that, so you won't have to worry about that. Just delay the timing. Oops. Also, FDing is pretty good. Just FDing her out. I think you need to realize, like, 2K, it's very minus. Let's see overhead. You can basically do everything. Try to IB this. Yeah. Yeah, if I was to get pot, where is all pot?
kick. Versus Ramleval. Get ready to rock.
You be careful of this though. Like, let me try to record this. Try to record that. I'll try to command grab afterwards.
Counter.
You IB it, it's a much easier punish. But if you don't IB it, you just pushed out too far and she's at an advantage. That shouldn't be working, but pot 2P is pretty good. I think do something like this. Maybe that would work.
Counter.
Something like this.
Counter.
It's a bit of a guessing game,
Counter.
but still, it's risky because you could be trying to FD her out or something. Yeah, the second and third hit is slow. Like, you can bust her through this. If I can do it properly. Maybe try to do it. Doing that, this is what's gonna happen. Gonna do it properly. Let me try to get the timing. So it's a frame trap. It's gonna be very hard. Yeah, it's just not gonna work, it's too tight. I see IB. If you IB, it's basically a punish, by the way. Other overheads, like, it's not just from, okay, so from 2k, you go in the overhead or low, but you could also do something, other overheads would be like, I think it's, yeah, it's an overhead, but it doesn't go into a low. There's no low option, you only finish with this. And this, the other option, is sort of a launch. It doesn't go into a higher. It's a mid. So it's mainly from this where it's the mix up. So if she's low, then it can be a mix up. If it's like this, it could probably be an overhead. But it doesn't combo that well. So, gotta be aware of that. Am I fuzzy guarding? No. You could, but I think it's just gonna... I think you're just not gonna be able to do it fast enough. Yeah. This is the overhead. The overhead for this is basically everything for her. Because she's plus, she gets damage, she gets quarter carry. She gets everything. But this, that's over. Set a sword. Stuff like that. Also, there is a form of RAM blend. There is the RAM blender, where you'll get some resets. So what will happen is they'll take you to the corner, and they'll instead of going to like it's complicated. Like it can go. There's a lot to talk about. I'm not too experienced with the RAM blender, but generally what they'll do is after they'll be like getting ready to set their swords, mainly their large swords. But instead, what they'll do is they'll set one of the slash swords, and they'll go for an overhead or something, or a mix-up or something, and the sword will connect. So they'll be like, this is when they're set up. So they're all set up in the corner. They use their swords. Then they'll be like, all right, stuff like that. Instead, what they would be doing is they'd be comboing these swords to get the damage. I can't do it properly. Something like that, and then they go into 2D. From 2D, they do some sort of mix-up. But sometimes they can cut that short and try to go for more damage with something like that. So you gotta be careful of the RAM blender like that. But yeah, that's the only thing I can give you advice for early wise. The RAM blender is just she'll try to reset you because there's so many options. There's just like what is this? It's just like scary. A good RAM is really scary. It can be like this as well. God damn. RAM blender. Alright. Hopefully I've explained enough about just blocking this. The timing will be different. And in general, you can just visually try to recognize it. Just try to visually recognize the overhead, because it should be reactable. But just understand that the load is going to be really fast. You can try to fuzzy guard it, but visually reacting to the overhead is the best thing to do. Especially since it's the thing that they should be going for the most, because it's got the most reward. Let me just check the chat. Flick on the sword. Try. Do a flick on the sword. Is it just gonna bloody spawn it? Yeah, I'm not the master of this. So we can try to do this. Try that. Can I fuck that? Oh. Probably be airtight if that connected to fast slash connected. What are you trying to flick? Close slash fast slash 6 gauge. Easy to be able to flick that. We have a sword set up. Something like that. It's a bit slow. Yeah, I guess that does work. Yeah, let's try corner. Yep. Something like that. It's pretty good. You do have a slower sword. It's slow as hell. Shouldn't really be trying to do that. Yeah. It's probably your turn anyways after that. Let's get back. So sword summoning. If you're already a sword out, then it's gonna literally do it instantly. Depending on how far away I think it might be depending on how far away she is or how far away the sword is, because the sword always has to relocate. But if she's like really close and the sword's already summoned, that shit comes out instantly, so you can flick it. It's good to know. Alright. Next one. Decoy. Melia. Yes. This is really short. There's only one round.
Heaven or hell. Duel. One. Let's
See how this goes. It's an okay burst, especially since you got the check, whatever it's called. Yeah, so just doing an IAD jump H like that, and if it gets IB'd, that's gonna happen every time. So you gotta be sort of careful. It's very nice confirm there. Little overhead. Bit of a scramble first. Oof. Yeah, gotta block those 5Ds. So what was the 6B for? Should we just go back a bit? Expect too much. So this matchup, I'd say it's all about controlling. It's like trying to get the leg up on the other person. So, and doing well at anti-airs is going to be a good thing. You also need to be able to get through jams 6H. It's kind of important. And our command dash into puffball. So this jam doesn't do much 6H, which is unfortunate for you, because that move is very annoying. Ugh. Yeah, that jam should have... Gets a card off it anyways, but should have easily killed you there. There's a dead angle, yeah. FDing... So the reason you get a 6P instead of a dead angle here is because you IB'd that. If you didn't IB that, you probably would have got the dead angle. But against jam pressure, like there are very distinct points you want to IB against jam pressure. So you could do stuff like the 2H. If you keep doing 2H resets, you could do IB the second hit the first hit of 2H, and then you can grab the second hit, or you can instant block the second hit, and you can take back your turn. Or after that, you could instant block the 2D, and then if she does an IAD afterwards to take back pressure, which is more common in the corner, then you'll be able to punish that much easier. Yeah. Going head to head's a bit better for Milia. She doesn't have like super good. She doesn't have like the super best anti-airs. In general, it's just having something that blows up jam for moving forward at you is a very good thing. Because she's a bit of a bulldozer. She'll just muscle her way in. Get overhead. Is that after you hit this? Like you probably wasn't able to confirm that it was after a 6H, but I think you can do a roll, or at least you could have done something like a dash up mix up. Like I guess this was a mix up, but maybe because I don't see much 6K for you, 6K from you, especially around the corner. Like that's when this value goes up even higher. Nice little combo. Get a combo here. Put this down. That's nice low. Very nice. Very nice. That looked like a jump P. Let me see. That's probably a bad move. Yeah, I'm assuming that's a bad move. That got whiffed. I don't think you should have gone for the slash follow up here. I think you should have just set down a disc. Do you get proper record of this? Yeah. I don't think doing extra damage like that was really necessary. Just setting up the disc maybe would have been better. I don't exactly know how Milia Oki is. That was a proper ender? Okay. Definitely good to do then. Oh. Okay. Yep. Because I saw that, I'm like, does... Cause I can't remember if Bedman fully knocked down or not. Anyway, so that was good then. God dang, oh my god, back up 5D. So you have a lot of meter. You FT a lot as well, like... I don't know, I guess it works. Did you do a proper meeting? You do a roll to try to pick up pin. I think just a sliding dash, like just dashing and then crouching into just outside of throw range, and then mashing a 2K would have been pretty good there to also pick up your pin. I think that's how it works. But doing a roll there, like I don't think that gave you enough time to do anything, especially since you didn't do it early enough. I don't even think you have knockdown. Like just going for 2K would have been better there. Go dash 2K. Turbo fall there. Kind of jump H happen. You IB that. When you IB that in the end, and she whiffs. That's when you can come down with a button. Come down with like a jump slash or jump H. Oof, almost would punish that. Oof, that was a risky bad moon. Yeah. What you really want to do is you just want to be patient and wait to pick up your pin if the jam lets you. You also need to be really careful because the jam has lots of meter. So being in the air is risky. Because the jam could just like dash up YRC air grab or something. So you need to be very careful. I'll try to watch this again because it's only one match. Actually, no, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll go back and I'll see if I can find matches against you. Maybe you have the one against Southie. Yep. Yeah, dashing does build meter. I think you'd use maybe I don't know if you'd use Wire Seed before that, but because that cuts down meter. Oh god, I'm loud. Let me kill my voice. Kill my voice and turn this on. That's the wrong one. That's the wrong one. Let me just cut this off entirely. I want to hear my voice. So let's go around start. Fafnir is... If a soul does Fafnir, like a lot of Fafnir, you can't backdash. So that's basically like a really easy punish or backdash around start. You be careful with that. That was a mistimed Gunflame, but I think you're supposed to tech. Like you should have probably teched, and that Gunflame would have picked up, so kind of lucky. Could have maybe tech forward and done something. Take a nice little mash out there. Yeah, Southie has a bad habit of trying to do autopilot bringer, and you should try to punish that if possible. Especially after, because he hasn't done any, like the best way to punish jumping is revolver. I can't say that word. Revolver. So the best, so if he's not going to do any of that, you can literally just jump after like a 5H or a 2H. Or a 6H. So he does this, he does like a 2S 6H revolver. Like 2H 6H bringer. That's when you can backdash it and take your turn. I think you do backdash it, or you can air instant block it and then punish. So yeah, that should have definitely been your turn after you backdash that, because your backdash is very good for with punishing. That's like a common thing with other characters like Johnny and Elfelt. Hey, Ikid, if I'm saying that correctly. Nice reversal throw, because that is even. As long as you don't FD it, like if he does it too close, like right there, that's an easy throw. Like he's going for a 2P. Just make sure you're throwing him into the corner. Oh my god. That does happen. So that, the jump slash just whiffs. I think you were... That was a super jump. I think you're trying to IAD that, but you just messed it up. You get out, very nice. I think you have enough time to... From there, I think you definitely have enough time, because you air dash, to maybe do like a jump H, or maybe even a jump D, because you can combo off a jump D, because that's a long time. Oh. It's a long time. It is in county state. It's a bit of an awkward roll, but it works out. You follow up on it. Oh. Yep, such an execution error as there. Oof. Gotta be careful about that. You do have pin, so you can just pin your way in. Yeah, like that. Just, you gotta make sure you... Like, what are you trying to do here? Are you trying to IAD after that for a mix-up? but Sol can just 5k and can mess up a lot of that. So you gotta be careful. Like I would have just dashed after that pin, done like a 2k pressure or something. Like I don't really see enough 6k mix-ups from you. Like when I see Forte do it, he does it so much. Loves a 6k. Also, I haven't really seen many tick throws either. Like there's a lot of, you don't actually have to, you don't have to do air dash mix-ups to get your knockdown. So this, yeah, it's just a way I see. Southie drops that combo. It's like for Soul, it's kind of annoying to combo in lightweights. Yeah, with Fafnir, generally you have to use just normal jump D loops, just lots of jump Ds. That was nice. Could you follow it up on that? Still, you got a combo. It's good. Force burst. Ugh. Yeah, so dashing in and rolling it can be a little bit worrisome against Soul because if it's 2S, it's very good. And Gunflame is also very good. So you gotta be very careful with rolling. Yeah. And he's just doing command grab after fast slash. After jump slash rather. Okay there, yep. That wasn't a proper Rigi. I think 2D you need to do a dash up after that. I would have probably, if that happened, I would have probably where is it? I would have tried to do an IAD forward, maybe to push him back into the ring. Maybe that would work. I don't know. Yeah. You also need to be careful because 2D is just a very good button. Oh, since you're here, Southie, I'll show you something I've been looking at because I'm also playing Middle Soul, so I can show you more common combos. So usually the more common combo you wanted to do is Fafnir combos, but for lightweights, what I've seen works better is something like that. And if you want to get a different knockdown, you can do something like this. I'm just gonna make sure that I've swapped screens. Yeah. See if I can get it. Okay, well I'm supposed to air dash for the last jump D. You have a decent amount of time. Fuck. Miss. Okay, but you get the idea. But that's a lot easier than trying to do something like this. This just won't work. It's just not going to work. The only time it would work is after a lot of hits. So if I just put a crouching. Should I get low enough? I mean, it also depends on the character. Like, maybe you just want to do jump D instead, but some lightweights you can if you put enough hits in. And it is kind of hard to hit lightweight scratching. Well, you kind of got the idea of the jump D, but in general, just do jump D combo instead of the Fafnir combo, and it'll work a lot better. Let's get rid of this shit. And put the heal screen back. But yeah, it also works for like most lightweights. May is like a real pain in the ass, but you can combo finally on May with more than one jump D loop. Just go back. That was a nice DP reverse, DP bait. I think you were safe because it was a meaty. Oh. I'm just surprised I didn't catch it 2S. Maybe your 2S is too late, who knows. Fafnir. What buttons are you using here? You need to make sure you're taking a turn, so yeah. Getting damage like that is fine, but you need to make sure you're taking your turn in situations like that. Considering your buttons are faster and have a bit better range if you're jumping in like that. Or else you need to be out of that range. It's a nice combo. It was a backbeat, but that definitely did work. You did try to almost do fancy combos. So that was kind of cool. Air dashing like that, like I don't think you should be air dashing. Okay, first of all, that's minus. You did that. You had meter, so you should have been able to continue your combo. So if Southie wanted to, you should be able to punish that at least with something. But yeah, as minus, so you need to RC that. Then this air dash forward. First of all, you whiff it because I think you pressed 2 buttons because it was an FD. And second of all, it puts you back in the corner. Let's say that mix-up failed. Now you'd be in the corner against a soul, and that's something you don't want. So you need to be very careful with where you air dash to. Like in this situation, after that, if you didn't RC that, it's perfectly fine to just backdash here. Maybe be careful against Southie, you might faff near it, but let him whiff something and you can like try to punish with a air dash back in or something. Just gonna be very careful. You don't want to like give him the corner. Just try to do 6H. Oof. Fafnir will be very good at catching jump outs. If that burst happens, I think you win this game. You win this round. Nice pressure, 6k, that was comboable, but I think you're maybe a bit too far out. So you need to be very careful. Like, remember when I was talking to Muffins, and I was saying a way to punish FD is to not continue a string, or to do like a bunch of lights. See, maybe you do 2Ks, because I think your 2Ks is a little bit better. Then you'll dash up and you'll do more pressure, or you'll go for a throw. Because what happened here, if Southie was aware, is he pushed you out and this close slash whipped. And Southie could have just punished you with like a 2D into a knockdown. So you need to be very careful against FD usage in the future. You backdash that and you need to at least punish that with something, some damage. Like just 5k 5 fast slash. Get some damage. Yep, that's too close. Just go back. Sorry. Yeah, neutral jump in is... Yeah. Yeah, let's look at... I'm gonna quickly look at neutral jump in, show you some of that. Because this is similar to... it might be similar to... Chip, something that Chip does.
Get ready to rock.
Yeah. Alright, so when you look at this, this is your way of getting in. Something like this. You don't always have to like that's a good way of getting in, sure. You can get anti-air, but you gotta be careful. My dog's losing its shit, just a sec. There's a minimum dash height, but if you do this, say like let's say you're here, you're like pressuring. Like this is something that Chip does, and I'm pretty sure melee players are doing this first. But so when you look at this, like this is something that you could do is you're pressing here. Let's just say they're gonna poke out or something. And be like, try to do it better. Anyways, the pin will counter hit if you maybe try to make them whip. And it'll help you take your turn. Something like that. And yes, I realized today that 5H is very goddamn fast. It is very easy to go. Very easy to do that. So instead of going to fast slash, do that. Because I think close slash is a bit slower. You got the pin. Something like that. See if you're able to confirm that. Two S6H, let's try that. Something like that. Just no, it's H the one that launches you up into her. This is tricky stuff to do, but yeah, pin is very good. Yeah, spin. Let me try that. What's it after? There's 2K, 5K, 6H. Let's do this. Alright, well you kind of get the idea. So 6H is very good in the corner, just for doing pressure off, because it's first hit, and since you air dash, because your air dash should go really fast usually if you're this close. It's much better in the corner, so you'd be like, you know, you can really go ham with 6H in the corner. Air dash resets. Let's see if I can get this. Something like that. Did I get it? Alright. Yeah. Let's go with that. Looks close enough. Yeah. That's probably what like a million player will aim for. Anyways. Yeah, 5H is a lot better, is a lot faster than normal than I thought it was. The first hit especially. And it goes on a 2D, so that's literally your confirm button, like your jump in confirm button. If you get a low enough air dash, you'd be like, it's that. That's your knockdown. Something like that. Oh yeah, definitely go for that damage. If you're close enough to do close slash, definitely do that. But if you're like not sure, it's the 2H my whip. Anyways, I'm about a million, so I'll leave it at that. Back to the video. Nice little pin there. Did you get too close? I think you put it down a bit too late. And you try to backdash, but you were a bit too maybe you weren't even active enough, invincibility wise. And then picking up 6H. Oh god, I remember this. It just goes behind you and then in front of you. Ugh. Very nice. That was not real. I would have YRC dissed that if you wanted to get something off that. Nice little blitz. Oh, I need to punish that. Yeah, as soon as that burst happened, like you were just going for the air dash, but you did in the wrong direction. So you see the burst, you just drop everything and you get ready for him to land. Nice. It's wildly unsafe. Didn't punish it. That's very problematic. You really need to punish. Very nice pickup though from the jump H. Very nice convert. You really need your print. I would have gone back. I would have after this. You do this, then you backdash 2S or something. I think you can do something like that. Do you know about dashing? How to do like a faster disc dash? Yeah, I'll just quickly show it to you. But there's a thing. If you look at my inputs in the top left, there's things for other characters. This is a lot faster. So what you're probably doing is you're doing this. But this is a common faster way. So if you see my inputs in the top left, it's down, right, bottom. So it's 2, 3, 6, 2, 3, 6, 6. So basically you're doing the 2, 3, 6 input, and then you're doing another 6 and you're pressing H.
Negative penalty.
If you do it fast enough.
Negative penalty.
And that's a more common and better way. Yeah, after like 2D, if it's really far away. And this is also useful for other characters. So for Soul, if he did dashing bringer, just do this. You get this. But if you wanted to dash bringer, do something like this. I can do it proper. Put it on the other side. Yeah. Same with dashing Fafnir. So if you try to do a dashing Fafnir, but instead,
Negative penalty.
dashing Fafnir. And it gets you extra distance. So if I was trying to do this over here, you half screen. Now I'm almost full screen. And it's very important for like a matchup where they're poke. Like, can be very useful if let's just some forced or Sin is, you know, poking and you want to get in and you want to punish him, you can be like, I want in.
Negative penalty. Negative penalty.
That's a very useful tool to do something like that. Yeah, it's actually common in some combos. You need to do like a dashing Fafnir. Same after like, so for Soul, let's just say he gets a throw. There's a dashing. It's kind of common. Very, very neat little trick. It's very important for some characters, very useful. So was this combo then just winning that for a knockdown? So it's pretty cool now that I know that. So was that a mini disc setup? Because I know there are two types of. Yeah, it's a mini disc. So basically you can go for a one mix up after that. And you just picked up pins, so that's pretty good. You know about both types of disc timings, don't you, Dream? Because I know there's like a meaty disc, and that a meaty disc and lets you do one mix up. Yeah. It's good you know then. Yeah, it's more common mid-screen. Oof. I think you try to bar slash just get counter hit. Now you put it in the blender. I think you could have air dash back after that. After you saw that bringer, if you didn't throw it, you could have air dash back. Try to punish. You try to throw that late. I always thought that that did a counter hit roll, the Digitalis. So that's a very random DP. It's just something that happens. You gotta bait it, get the punish, get a burst. It's just the way it goes. Taking your turn, doing pressure, getting your pin back. Could you have set down a disc after this and got your pin? I think you could have. After this, you could have definitely done a dash forward disc, and it might have. I think it would have been meaty. I don't know. Can't remember exact. No, I think it would have been meaty. And then you could have gone back, grabbed your pin, and then side pressure and kept him locked down instead of in a situation where you air dash back and he could, you know, like he tries a 2H. You blow through it. Would have been too fake? Alright. Now this is before pin pickup. Let's just say like you went to a 2D. Thanks, Tagger King. I'll do your match soon. After he did the 2D, he could dash forward, do disc, then go back and get the pin. And the disc would keep the soul locked down and allow Dream to go back in. Do you think that'd be possible? Let me try that. Just say pin there. Let's keep him blocking as well. He's blocking everything. But yeah, something like that is what I was thinking. I think you could have maybe done something like that. Yeah. Yeah, he could reversal out of there with a backdash. Oh yeah, that's also true. Probably wouldn't be able to hit confirm off a 2D. So yeah, going back with pin there's probably the best choice. Because you're able to hit confirm that. Yeah. That's probably gonna go into a Digitalis. Make sure I got the right screen. So it's good getting the pin down and then you're going up for pressure. I also want to see add more pressure in after like after pin. There's more ways to add pressure. Like you could, let's just say you dashed in. I know the best tick button for Melia. 2K's a good button, I feel. No, not 5K. Definitely not 5K. You need to like because her throw is backwards for a forward throw. It's a lot easier to do dash forward FD throw. So doing stuff like is a lot more easier for Melia. A bit faster. Because that if you're trying to do this, it's just too slow. Is they doing stuff like you can do this stuff. So off 5k you can do the overhead. I know off 2s though. Okay, so if you do 5k you can be like for a low, do some overheads. Or it's more like if you push up far enough then you're gonna need to do a dash. But if it's only one hit, you probably have enough time to be like easy throw. Yeah, I like 2K. I like look at 2. I look at 2K and I see it as a much better button. Yeah, like throw, like for a chip, throwing is very important. So for Amelia especially. Because then from 5k you can be like, I have the rest. Yeah, I've got the red screen. Yeah, 6k is definitely only confirmed. If you're in the corner, then of course you can just easy. But if you're, if they're crouching, then you can do the whole combo of them. Have you done the combo more often? I'm pretty sure you have. Go around the wrong way. Something like that. Because it's easy to hit confirm. I'm pretty sure it's easy to hit confirm. Well, it's sort of easy to confirm. Trying to do it as late as possible. Maybe if you really need to hit confirm it and you don't have like something to follow up with it. Still. Yeah, you also need to realize, like, I'm pretty sure this is airborne. Let me just look at the frame data. I'm pretty sure it's airborne a decent chunk of the time as well. So it's good for baiting burst. Like, a lot of this stuff is good for baiting burst. I'm not burst, throws. No, it's not the rainbow. Oh, it's unlucky. What else is the rainbow? Isn't the car the rainbow? Oh no, it just pushes you out of range. It's technically. Oh, that's throw. $6K. No. Yeah, S disk. How much is S disk? It's just S disk. -1. Oh, that's not that bad. Alright. Yeah. If you're doing 6K and because is 6K minus as well? Let's see. It's +1. Alright. 6K is technically, if you IB it, it's technically a pretty decent move. So as long as you don't autopilot after the 6K with the S disk. Yeah, always got the side combos. Alright, let's continue with this. That's just unfortunate. I think you're just trying to get away there. You try to backdash and you got your backdash. It's unfortunate. That's definitely a disc. Did you confirm this on crouching? I think you did. Yep, it's good. That was very unsafe. But it worked out. And after the pin, I think you pinned high enough, so that's you pinned high enough, so that's for another air dash. You should do another air dash to take your turn from that. Oof. Doing wake up blitz is very risky against a character like Sol if he doesn't do like a gun flame YRC or something. Just be very careful because he can just go low, and he gets a lot of reward off low. Like he can do 2D counter hit Fafnir, like 2D counter hit gunflame. Couldn't have air dash there. Alright. Yeah, learning because pin lets you get in, lets you do stuff, and lets you get some mix-ups going and potentially a knockdown. So learning when to or how to pin or where to pin is very important. There's a very, very big bait, fortunately. I think when you air dash in like this and you YRC, you just gotta hold it. Like that's his turn. And I see YRC back, which you couldn't. It's just can't. There are a lot of situations where if they YRC, you've just gotta hold it. So if they air dash YRC at you, like unless you YRC back, you're probably gonna win. Oh my god, that was... I beat that, so I would have pressed buttons afterwards. Careful with contesting after /2s, because he can do like a 5H counter hit or something, or you can do another /, or you can do like the gun flame you did there. So counter poking is very dangerous. Yeah. That's that. You're like accidentally going into a lot of gun flames, I'm noticing. Like, Southie isn't anti-airing you, but when you get destroyed, like most of the time when you get destroyed when you're going in on him, it's from a gun flame. You be very careful with that. Can you do fast slash 2s? 2h? What it was? Oh, you can. Oh. Thought it was only close slash 2h. That's pretty good. Yeah, because as long as you have pin, then anyone you verse, like especially a more grounded character like Sol, who wants to try to anti-air you as you go in, is going to be scared. Because he has to let you in. So there's a big deal about guarding the pin. It's a very nice head dash in. Nice little bait there. Can you? I think you can only follow that up with an S disc YRC. Because he went that far. Yep. So what happened here? He just reversed. Wow. It's a Grand Viper. And this whiffed because his command throw whiffed because you didn't delay the command throw, the wild throw, that much after the 2P because the 2P was FT'd, so you're in blocks on longer. You also, so it's another thing, like it's a bit more advanced, but when you have the corner, it's good to keep the corner. So you'll have situations like this where just say you've got them in the corner and they want to get out. Just say like you're pressuring and stuff. And the Sol wants to get out, so maybe they'll do something like this just to get out. The best way to punish that is to do an air throw. So if you're at this, especially if you're at like this range, where you're kind of reacting and waiting for them to do something, you're like, you can do it properly. Something like that. And the strongest thing is, you don't have to, if you're in the air and you're preemptively in the air, you kind of want to anti-air them. You can't really throw them because you're a bit too high. But the thing is, trying to do it quickly like this is like an advanced thing, but it's a good way to keep the corner. It's another form of anti-airing. So if you look at my input there, I'm doing it nice and fast. So just say you're poking, just waiting, like you can crouch. It's a very advanced thing, but this is how you keep people in the corner. They're trying to air dash out. And it's very important to deal with it. You also might find that people, like, let's just say you're trying to do this, the shenanigans where you're trying to air dash and go backwards. Let me bring up thing.
Get ready to rock.
Yeah. So Soul Jump H is very good because if it's 0 frame recovery, so it can be like, let's get the millimeter jump. Should record it. Corner. Do a lot of that because even if you miss it, keeps them in check, and it's hard for them to stop you. It's very active. You're on the way up. So let's just say in this situation, like that. If I do it properly, you want to be doing it nice and low. See, my input's a bit too incorrect. But if you whiff that, you're doing this, and you're doing it up in the air, and you're still able to react, and just covering yourself. And it's hard for them to punish you. Oh, that's so much time you have. If they run into you like this. See if I can combo. Yeah, I'll do this. I'm probably a bit too low on the ground. But you can maybe even cancel off it, but you have so much time to just get knocked down like that. So much damage, so much you can do there by just keeping it in the air. Oh, JD. So every character's JD has landing recovery. So this doesn't have landing recovery. Like as soon as you land, you're not punished. As soon as you land, you can do stuff. But if I do jump there, it's more of a pause. Jump there is just gotta wait. So that's why if someone blocks, just say this, blocks this and tries to get for stuff afterwards, it is much easier to punish it. Try to it. Mia's probably not the best character for it because of how it angles, but in general, jump D is not a good button for controlling ground, controlling space, depending on the character. At least familiar, it's okay. It can kind of be okay, just as like a defensive, like I'm getting out of here and I'm going to tag you in the JD on the way back. But for Soul, definitely jump H is just very good, just controlling the space. Core jump punish. I don't know that option. Something like that. You can just see, that's how much time. Like it's so low recovery. Like you can't do that with jump slash. Oh, this is one other thing I wanted to explain, just in case some players get a bit better dealing with it. Do it on pot.
A jump kick versus Soul.
This is a good thing for Soul.
Get ready to rock.
See how it catches the backdash? Like I'm holding back during all of that. It'll hit. Same thing if I did something like an option select where I'm trying to... Okay, that should definitely not work. I did a bit too high. Maybe it's not the best against pop, but generally that against most characters like Chip, for example. Let's get Kai, maybe Kai against.
Soul. Get ready to rock.
Against characters is like lower down 6Bs, because what they'd want to do is they'd want to do this option select, which would throw, and if they're out of range it would 6B instead, and that beats a lot of Soul stuff. So Souls now do stuff like this, and it would just beat a lot of that option select, and it gets some pressure, which is very important for them. Yeah, it depends. So, let's try Kai. That should be a safe jump. Did I reversal that? No, reversal that. Yep, I did. So, it's much easier on Kai. Because everyone has different wake up timings, but it's easier to do it depending on the character. The walking, I like to do the walk so the walking is just so you're closer. Because if you did it further out, just say you did it from here, you did that, you're much further away. Walk. Like that's a meaty. I'll also show you something cool. Do this. I was doing this against I was trying this against Fiery a few games. Not Fiery, Fairy. I think that was it. Alright, let's try this. I swear I'll get this. Let's try that. Just like... Anyways, so basically what it's supposed to do, it's a bit hard to do it. Like, I'd have to do it myself to I'd have to tune it on something else, but it's an option select that on whiff, because they're doing a DP, you backdash, and because this has very short range, like, especially during a backdash, you'll catch the backdash, and while he's in this state, he's in counter hit state. So it's very easy to punish like a counter hit 6H. That's just a way to really blow up certain characters with safe jumps. Anyways, back to the match. How long have we been going for? Almost 2 hours. Well, unless anyone's... I'll do Tiger Imp after this. I remember this was this close. He's just doing a lot of that. You really need to 6-speed these. Like even with your backdash, I still think you can 6-speed these for like a kill. Like how can I do this? Just check. Do I have enough time to... What, 6p? Yeah, 6p. Every 6p beats right stomp. Watch. See? I'm doing it really late as well. Look at this. It's counter hit as well, so you can probably do some neater combos, but you very much should be punishing that with 6p. Some characters love that. Like, that's why right stomp is so bad. Shit, I'm doing chip combos. Yeah. Should always be punching right stomp. Can you even 2H it? You sort of can. But I'd always 6p. Or you can't pick up after that. You have to cancel. To the match. Oh, you get that. That's really good. Oh, he didn't finish the combo. That was basically it. Ugh. Do you have pin still? Yeah. So he just went for Hail Mary DP just to get you and stuff like that happen. Yeah, everyone should be definitely... I think the only character that doesn't really want a 6p right stomp is Elfelt. Elfelt and... maybe Leo. Can't think of any other character that wouldn't want to do it. Because Elfelt's 6. She probably can. It's so. I can't remember exactly how it interacts. But yeah, Leo 6B's. Yeah, she can 6B. It's more like it might be a better button to deal with it, and also I don't know if no maybe she can. Actually, I want to test that right now. Screw that, I'm gonna test it. That's what we got the game for.
Get ready to rock.
That's so funny to watch. I want to do something like that, maybe. Yeah, she probably wants to do 2H. Close slash won't work. Yeah, definitely 2H. 6P is just weird. I mean, if you do it nice and early, sure, but 2H is better. Well, let's see, look at Leo.
Leo versus Soul.
You want the counter hit, and it's really easy to punish it if he has a full screen. You could crouch it, depending on character. I know Leo's too tall. And it's that makes me Monka Mega. Holy shit! Because I'm like, he's gonna get hit. If we're gonna go back to Soul, let's just say a Soul is doing a lot of bullshit, and you want to punish him. Be like, you know. I think some characters can crouch under it. Just 6 feet though. Alright. So that's decoy done. Let's do Dagger Gimp. And it's got noise, so I don't have to. I'm sure it's only one round as well, so let's see how this goes. Laggy. Autopiloting into Darrow there is very risky. I've mentioned this before. What times? What string do you use after this? So you are minus after that. He can pick out after the Daru. So trying to mash after that, probably not the best idea. If I was going to give an example. Ram. Yeah, it's punchable on IB, but even if you get on block and he doesn't IB it, it still shouldn't be your turn. Try that. His close slash is just very good. And of course if he IBs it. This. Wait, how fast is close slash fast enough? God, because that definitely should be punishing. Seven. So it's like a 1 frame link, but still, it should be punishing. Also, I'm gonna get hit by fast slash and see what happens. Oh, close slash, fast slash. Do this. So the punish in general after an IB Daru, it's really weird because normal block Daru is -4, but you can't punish it with -4 things. You need something kind of fast, and you need just like a knockdown. So just something like that. Or maybe. Probably not that. Probably not that either. Yeah. Just most characters just something fast that's close mid-ish range into a knockdown. That's all you can really get most of the time off a Daru because it's kind of weird. Yeah, that's just frame trapping. So yeah, just be careful with punching after that. Yeah. That's why you also want to use a fast button to just mash back. You also need to understand that you need to make sure you understand when you leave block stun if you are trying to punish something. So I'm pretty sure Daru block stun isn't that high, but she just recovers faster, so it looks weird. Just get ring him. Daru. Attack level 3, it's still decently high. Recovery 18, yeah. Alright. Oh, she has -2 on green. So if you do green, which is what you're going to come and do, it's -2. So that's still a punish. Alright. I didn't think about that. I thought green didn't really affect block. I guess it does. Alright. But yeah, mashing after that. Not the best idea. Just make sure you like just practice against them. Like if you look at the frame data and be like, all right, this is clearly a minus, and they're trying to press a button after it. So let me press my button. And it should beat them or something like that. Go back to match. Just like this is very. I don't think you should be air dashing forward like this because you're a bit high. And if he IBs that, like I think he has enough time. Just record this. He has enough time to just come down and like he has enough time to normal IB it. That's what you did. Yep. So, hell, even on normal block. Did you? Just check. Did you jump this? Oh, you weren't that high. Alright, maybe you won't super jump high. course. So yeah, just trying to do it that high, like that, probably not the best idea. Then rock combo. I think your wall spat was too low here. So yeah, I think it's also too late. So instead of doing a dash forward close slash from here, you needed to do a 5k 5D, something like that. Just practice. Just pull up screen. Ream. Fi. So this is after like a 5k.
Versus Kai. Get ready to rock.
So that would work. But what you tried to do was that would also work. I think you may be a bit too slow. That's what you tried to do. Something like that. A bit too far away. So you gotta understand ranges. That would work as well. That wouldn't work. So I see a lot of Rams do that. So make sure you got that down when you're setting up. Two S, 2H. Not a huge fan of those normals. And I don't think you had enough time to dash forward after 2S. Fuck, I did this again. I don't think you have enough time to dash forward after 2S, 2H to go past this business. You don't have enough time to dash forward to get an S split. I think it'll just take another 2S, 2H into a sword set. Because again, doing that high is not a good thing. So he's just letting you set swords right now. So he kind of needs to be punished from that. So like, where are we? Knock down, set a sword. Then you back off, which is weird. I feel like you should be putting pressure here. You can go into like your overhead mix-up and then follow it up. So if you get a sword set here, just say you got a sword set here. You set it up. It's obviously further away. Set it up here. You can go for like a high-low mix-up here. So you can be like, set this up correctly. Is that the right screen? I guess I'm not really like that was like a more unique situation. I'm trying to give you an example of. Set the sword. And moves it here. I definitely think you had enough time to do like a sword combo. Not sword combo, a block string. And then go into a mix up. Even just like a jab to keep him in place, like a 4P. Let's cement this. Not a minute. Jump in, jump H. Yeah. 2x to H. Scan low 2x to H. Yeah, this is what happens when you mash. Go. Ta-da. If you're doing it a bit too well, this guy can give better advice in this video. Do you lose a round or? No. The other match we could probably look at, be a little bit better. Did you ever record any of your matches? Oh, that was your only match. You lagged out against Buster, and that's all you had. Oh, that's unfortunate because I don't think there's much I can glean from that because he's letting a lot of stuff happen. I think it's best if we wait till next week when you play. Then maybe we can glean more from that because it's harder to get stuff from that match. Unless you had other stuff here. Let's see how this went. You lost to Buster. You laggy in this or? See how Buster dealt with you. A 2S 2H kind of gives up so much, and you RC'd as well, but it just gives up so much. I don't like it. On counter hit, sure, it's really good, and if it gets a hit, it's really good, but you don't really get much. Pressure's just over. That was good surviving that pressure. I think there were only points you could have turned it on him. That was a pro reversal. Yeah, I beat that. That's pretty good. Yeah, that's a good thing to IB. If Kai does jump H too early in the stream because he needs to kind of hit early to get the mix up correct, but he falls too slowly and there's not enough hits on the jump H, you can IB that and then throw him. So you can protect that. No whip. You just air dash back. You're controlling space really well. Do you want help with this? You gotta do that. Unfortunately, you got chipped out there. You be very careful with his air dashing like this. Oh, that works. Because he tried to anti-air you. But if he gets a read on this, he can easily jump IB and punish you. So you need to be very careful. Trying to 5k that. I think he was scratching it, so you could have fast slashed this into a Daru. But You'd have to recognize that. Counter hit 2H. Trying to get out of the corner, bit of a cheeky cross up. 5D, weird burst by Buster. So as long as you can take this round, you should be in a good advantage. And he's killing your swords. You 5H or you get to your take you thrown away. So you have a sword still. You have a lot of meter, so you can literally you could use fast slash and then confirm it as a whip punish. You could also dash forward and maybe do, because you do have a fireball of your own. Yeah, Ram. Like you do have a lot of mid here, so if you really want to get on Soul, you could Kai rather, you could do something like that. This is not bad fireball, just covering. Because you can't really jump out of it. He has to jump backwards. He can't jump in the air and come down to the neutral jump. You can also do this. Just confirm the fast slash. If it doesn't work, then you've got your pressure. But yeah, you have a lot of meter, so you can do a lot of stuff with that meter. Trade it for the belly. Yeah, be very careful whipping that move. I don't think it should be, like, you have so much meter, you really shouldn't be whipping that move. What a pelly, whatever it is. I think he YRC'd and beat out your jump page. I think I was worried that would happen at one point. This is a whip punish. You realize anything here? You wouldn't have realized that it was a punish. He does take your burst. You didn't do a mix up yet. So use the jump edge. Yeah, you need to be really okay. So with jump H, you need to be really careful because the hitbox doesn't extend for a while. So if I'm on my Kai against a Ramlethal,
Kai versus Ramlethal. Get ready to rock.
try to do it like something like this, like that should, you know. It's just not gonna work if you do it early. Just between like doing something like this. That's something like this. It does trade, but it's still, if he's not prepared for it, it's still way better for you. Oh, well, it's 50-50 on if it's way better or not. if he does get a trade, probably not the best because he can probably confirm off it, but still. So if you do it too low, which is what you did here, you did it too late. It's very late, and he just interrupts you with 2H. Just seeing this throw you. You still have a lot of meter though. I think even poking, setting up H sword and poking with fast slash would be a lot better. No, he's just doing tick throws. He's not doing fireball like him. Just keeping him out. They're getting good, really careful getting out of the corner. Chasing it down. Didn't get a full knockdown for wall slam. Lucky. So you need a tech forward there. Unfortunately, I think you press 2S, or 4S rather. Great pressure and Oki. Okay. Next round. Next game. What are you poking at? Fast slash. That might... Is that a sword summon? I don't know. Nice reversal throw though. That's framed on me at this point. You could use with some FD though. After blocking this, yeah, bit of a throw. I still don't like that. After that, just set up a sword and then... Actually, I'll throw a back throw. Another corner. It's a ram. Yeah, so you get like a little mix. Just do something like that. You don't need it to be like, ooh, you're going for someone. You don't need to do that. Like, it's not a safe jump technically. They can IB it, and they'll throw you on the way down or punish you with something even easier, or they'll just potentially sometimes they'll DP it. So it's not as good of a meaty as you think it is. It's much better to do something like Oki. Get your Brenda going. It's just too high. Like you land and he can just punish you. Take his turn back. Just go ahead. What happened here? You needed a close slash fast slash that time. You also should be looking for more air throws, I feel. Like, Ram doesn't have the best anti-airs. Ram's anti-airs are pretty bad, but air to airs and air throw are a lot better, and we'll get Aroki, and that's more of what you want. Like, it's just a very... If I'm spacing it. maybe something like this. And I throw would be a lot better though, because you'd be like. Just in general, like in those tough situations like that, like Ram 6P, it's not as good as other 6Ps. So most of the time, air throw is a lot better. We're just going air to air, like hell. Like a rising jump P is pretty good. Just show this. What's the defensive fast slash? I think that's, in terms of anti-airs, those are like our best anti-airs is air to air or an air throw. 6P is just very not the best. So I'm talking about like in this situation where he jumps forward like this and does like an early jump H. You just do a dash 2S. I feel like, sure, it was alright, but I feel like an air throw would get you way more. Whereas going air to air is a little bit more guaranteed. You could try a 6P it, but I'm not too confident in Ram 6P at the moment. You might need to ask the Ram players to see what they think.
Turn up the heat.
Odd sword summon there. I feel like it'd be worth summoning some swords, just to see how he reacts to them, and spacing them correctly. Because then after a 5S or a 5 slash, you could go into a sword summon. So after this, he should have thrown. Definitely should have thrown. And this air throw needed to go into. First of all, this throw needed to go into a sword summon. Just a sword summon into something. And then the command grab needed to be comboed off. And in general, you want to go in the air for that and not like the 5k target combo. So like you do something like jump K, jump slash, jump D. Oops. Oh, they're just not gonna work out. You have confirmed with this? No, I think you needed to go pick up with a 5p target combo or a 5k target combo. You got a YSC to throw in that. Be really careful. And here's meter. God, now you got negative penalty. Be really careful with like jumping backwards. What's this from anyways? Yeah, I'm just playing too passive. you just gotta take like Ram's simple, and I can't really wrap my head around it too well because it's I don't know. I don't like her tools that much, but you do need to be converting your combos. Like I also say this is a more common thing you should be doing as Rams. Let's just say you jump again. You should be doing a combo into a knockdown if you can't get it into a target combo. So if you do land a jump page, you should be trying to go into a 2D Daru for a pickup and for just a combo. But if you're too far away and maybe you don't know you confirm, maybe you want to try something else, you could do something like that. So that's 4P, 1K, and then 3K or 2K. I think it's... I think you can mash that with 1K. I'll get you a knockdown. You really want to be setting, like, I really feel like you're missing a lot of opportunities to set swords, and you really need a combo off jump H with not just like a K-tar combo. What's that gonna get you? That's gonna get you nothing. You're gonna be like jumping in 2D Daru, corner carry, or just just something to keep pressure, not just a target combo. Alright. So we've been going for about 2.5 hours. Same. Maybe one more match. Yeah, I'll do some Newbie. Maybe Newbie wants his game reviewed. Was Newbie? And Newbie lost to Freezing Moon, I think. Oh, we lost to Buster. What was the score on that? 3-0. I'll do Newbie versus Freezing Moon. Maybe I can show a bit more of a Ram stuff to help Tiger Gimp. Oh yeah, that. It's kind of weird. Go over here. Can't remember what button it is. Yeah, so view FAQs, and it's just like, oh, isn't there an easy way to play? Too much to remember? Stylish. So they're pretty good. There's some stuff going on. Kind of cool. Anyways, I'm gonna finish up with this set. So yeah, these are just staggers. Is that 4K? That's what? Which one is that? That's 5P K. PK. It's -7. should be punishing that. Is there anything you do after the K? Yeah, 5p and then the K is -7. So if he does a P and a K, to punish that. But if he does a K into a K, it's -1. So he can kind of try to mash up. She's got fast buttons, so you gotta be careful. He tried to mash up, goes for 2k. Have that again. We've already kind of explained how should be just playing for low because that's the first one that's gonna. The low is the first one that should be realistically coming, and then you should be looking for the overhead. Because it's always going to happen after that string. Nice little mash out there. That was 4p, so it wasn't able to come or anything. Now he's just summoning a lot of swords in neutral. So if Nobby doesn't want to go in, like in this situation, he could just 5p the sword and kill it. But he dashes forward. So he either needed to dash forward a bit earlier, or he needed to kill the sword. Like that, he dashed forward there, but if he was gonna do it, if he was gonna stay there, maybe he just waited out, he needed to kill the sword. What happened here? He tried to go for a throw. It's just unfortunate. Overhead again. Oof. Still throw there. Doesn't exactly get the mix up off it. After this, you should probably throw a pin if you're going to do a jump D. Just throw a pin to slow them down. This is all combo. So make sure you're coming down with a button. Like you can jump up. If you're jumping up like this, you just whiff the jump D. Then you whiff another normal. It's just awkward. Like if you're going to come down, like you got to come down with a button properly. But you can just come down with jump H. Not cover a lot. What was that? It's plus. That's very minus. Goes into 2D. Daru. That was a normal Daru, so it was -4. So you really should have taken back a turn properly there. Oh. Dash 6B. Yep, that's just a way to beat pressure. Oof, bad burst. So one thing, I don't really see Newbie do much, check the trap. Yeah. Yeah, if she's gonna put swords down, like swords in neutral, and then try to get you to block and then go in. Just kill the swords if you don't want to move. But if you can move, and you kind of want to go on the ram, that's probably a better idea. Just getting away from the swords, because every time she summons a sword, it's gotta, and it's not where you were. It's gotta get longer and longer the time limit for the sword to get summoned to the new place. But yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing. I'm pretty sure, just get Raven. Pretty sure I've seen, some decent mix-up from, Newbie, but I haven't seen much of stuff like this. Like, I see other Ravens do some more of this mix-up where they'll, go like, and the 2H will catch, will either like get pressure, if they try to jump out, we'll give them that. Or it could be go command grab. Or instead of a 2H, which would frame trap catch slow or B. Something like that. Something like that. Probably a bit too far with that. But yeah, if you ever get a throw combo, just a second. That actually slowed down. God, I'm bad at Raven. Not K, dart, whatever it is. Needle. P needle. And basically she slowed down the hell for a while and you can kind of work your way back in. Stuff like that's a little bit better. Oh, so there's another thing. So Nobby was doing a lot of absorb super, but you can also do stuff like, just say, let's do that. Let's absorb. Not the best example. You know, just stuff like that. Probably can't do it there because it's about to hit. You know. But yeah, Absorb YSC is very fucking good. So I'd recommend experimenting with that. Because you could be like, you could also... Maybe not that way. Okay. If you're in that state, you need to PRC it. But if they ever tag you... You know, it's just very good, that stance, YRC. So experiment with that a little bit. Might be something Nobby likes. Sounds fun to me, doing something like that. So after that combo, after that super, whatever the super is, what's that? Wait, did it send it far? Did you get it? It wall bounced, alright. Well, in this situation, just say we're closer to the corner. Maybe they're not the best angle, but you generally should be trying to get some sort of should generally just be trying to get some sort of fireball. And from there you could do stuff like... It doesn't even need to be an air fireball. It could just be a ground one. because they have to stand up to block it, to block an overhead. So let's just say we're. I'm always being put wrong. We'll do this. Yeah, so far. So the follow. So now if they stand up into that, then they have to block, which means you can get them below. Or if they don't stand up to it, you can go for a command grab. You can make them stand up into it with the glide. So just putting like a ground one, just even for some basic OQs, is like a very good idea. Alright, who gave me the big follow? Micro tick. I ain't gonna say the rest of that, but yeah, thank you for that. Oh yeah, you can if you're looking for it. I'm just trying to absorb an overhead. Let me just show it. Feel like long ram. Oh, maybe you can't, because it does have startup. You need to. I'd be the first one. Yep. You can't do that in the overhead unless you IB the second hit. It's unfortunate. Yes, you can. Sometimes they'll delay it. If you let's just say they didn't delay it, but it's very risky because that's a counter hit. Sure. But if she messes up, and it's even worse when you think about this. This is probably worse. Oh, it didn't. Which is as high as I thought it would. Usually it launches higher. Maybe it didn't go as high. Yeah, maybe it's a different one, because there's a different low string that launches them higher, and I thought it launched them higher on count hit. The scratch. This is that situation I was explaining was because what he did is he absorbed into his super, and he didn't get any Yoki off it. Unless what you're saying is. Unless what you're saying is after this. Just go for a scratch. No, I don't even think that would work. This is what happened, because he got this and it wall bounced. And he just walked up. Like, I'll show it on the other screen. I doubt he can interrupt that. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. Let me show you the situation he did when I moved the bloody screen. Yeah. So yeah, basically he did absorb into super, and a wall bounce. And this is where I'd be like, okay, you can put up a wall or something, then you can go for something like this. Like you have time for that. You didn't, so that's just something you should be aware of. I think that was real. Oh, maybe you could backdash that. I don't know. Oof. Bit of a weird burst by Moon. Just in case Nobby doesn't know, but you can. Yeah. I wouldn't even. I just chill FD out or something. If you get a read on it and she keeps doing it, then sure you can backdash it. But just in case Nobby doesn't know, I'm pretty sure he does know, but you don't have to. You don't have to wait till you're on the ground to do that. I'm pretty sure you should know that. And I'm gonna look to make sure you... No, I'm not a Raven player. I'm just reviewing a bunch of matches from a Newbie Tourney I hosted yesterday, and one of them had a Raven player, which is Nobby, so I'm reviewing his game. I reviewed it for a couple of other players. I am currently a chip player. Jacko's 2D is a DP, so you'll mash through it. Sure. I could review a couple. I don't have the most, you'd have to maybe do it another time. If you hook them up with me, on Discord, and I'll do them another time. Because I've been doing this for 3 hours and I kind of want this to be the end before I go get something to eat. But I can definitely do that if you want to send them to me. Where was I? Dash 2H. Like I always feel like going. I don't feel like Rams, especially Moon. Like Moon's a more experienced Ram, so he's just in the air all the time. Like he's doing his strings, jump back, jump in the air. You try to dash forward 2H. That's not really gonna get much. He's just gonna jump and he's gonna come back down with the button. Stuff like that's not good. What have I reviewed? I reviewed, let's see, I reviewed Muffins. I reviewed a chunk of Dreamilia. I reviewed some Tiger Gimp. And now reviewing some Nobby. So Nobby did pretty well this tournament, I feel. It's getting a lot better. They're like some pretty decent players now. They've just improved a lot. Was that a roll 2D? I think you should always be cancelling 2D into... I think this works. If you need help, I'll give you some help as well. Yeah, I think you should always be cancelling 2D to slash. You can delay that though. Wow. Oh shit, you can delay that. You can heat confirm that basically. What the hell? Jesus Christ, that's so late. Man, if you get a 2D then, like, you should definitely be able to get a fireball off it if you're close enough and you don't want to convert him to a scratch. Yeah, 2D scratch on, because I think they're high enough, so if I try this on another guy, a male character that's a bit heavier, that probably won't work.
Get ready to rock.
Yeah, it's gonna OTG. But it still keeps you safe, so if you're just poking with it and you want to keep safe, you know, you do something like probably not that. Man, you can really delay that scratch, damn, and everything else. No, you can't jump cancel 2D. Because you can backdash that. Do it on fast slash. Yeah, he could easily have walked back in that time. So yeah, 2D scratch, 2H scratch. 2D scratch on females characters because they're light enough to do that. 2H scratch on everyone else. But you can do 2D scratch at 3 excite levels. This is for combos, but in general, if you want to keep safe, you can really delay it after 2D. Raven's buttons are really active. So I can be like, god damn. Usually that wouldn't work for most characters. It's crazy late. Also, 5H is a very good button. I don't know if Newbie, if you've been using that enough. Like, it's a very good anti-air button, and just not a very good all-purpose button. That mashed. That might have been a 2D. Yeah. Mashing with 2H. Like, I really wouldn't mash with 2H. I just FT a bit, maybe counter poke with a fast slash. If you really want to mash that close, use 4P, don't use like 2D. Is it 2S? Maybe 2S would be okay. 2S is pretty fast. Is the frame dead on a 2S? 2P wouldn't be that bad. 2S is kind of slow. Besides F5s. But yeah, 5P, I'd say 5P, maybe 2K, just poking out with those would be a little bit better. Just backdash off to the corner, let's see. Checking what's going on. Jesus Christ, he is backdashing his way to the corner. Oh my god, that's 4 backdashes in a row. Yeah. That's... No, you shouldn't be doing that. Because Raven has really good, like, don't come near me moves. So Raven backdash, it's alright. Like, it's actually pretty decent. It's really fast, surprisingly. If he really doesn't want the ram to come near him, he can do something like this. But this is just or neutral jump H. Just he's got really active buttons. He's got really good buttons in the air just to stay away from me. See, he doesn't need to be like backdashing all this way. Ram is gonna chase him. If anything, he can backdash once and then jump away. He doesn't have the. He can't be like, all right, the Ram's pushing me to the corner. The Ram's pushing me to the corner. I want to just get out. I want to air dash over his head. That doesn't work. It's also kind of hard to dash forward. because the other movement works. Back air dash is not bad though. If you want to get out, back air dash. If you really want to hold your ground, do something like this. Raven in the air is really good. Like, this is a very good button. Jump slash. Jump P is pretty good. Jump K. You can keep yourself safe with this, so if they chase you, go in the pin. Just backdashing that many times is not a good idea. No, you need to be really careful because Ram's buttons are really fast on whiff and recovery wise. So she'll like whiff something and then she'll whiff like some of her target combos and then she'll just hit you with another normal. She's really good at whiffing buttons. You'd be surprised. Let me show you. Let's just get her.
Raven versus Ramleval. Get ready to rock.
Get a ram. Look at that. I whiffed. See that? Holy shit. And imagine, and it autocorrects as well. So if you flew behind me, if you crossed me up, this shit's gonna go behind me immediately. Like the second part of the string is gonna go immediately behind me. Jesus Christ, that's way too far. If that whiffs, she can still mash. She can still catch you. I don't know. Raven's buttons are better when they're active. You also need to understand that the recovery and the active frames are on block. Like that's with punishing them on block. Like that's when there's more block stun, and both characters are affected. But if it's a whiff, like that shit's just really fast. Even if Raven backdashes that, you need to be really careful because Raven's buttons are very good active-wise, but they're not very fast. So she can potentially counter hit if you backdash and try to press a button. Yeah, Raven has good distance on his backdash, but he doesn't have a very fast backdash. It's not something like Milia or Elfelt, who would be a lot better with punishing, something like that. Because they can put a lot more distance and they can whiff punish quite easier. Just get caught, jump in there. So many backdashes, can't backdashing all the time like that. Just, yeah. Because the other problem is, if you backdashed anymore, negative penalty was coming. And that was your turn. Like, after that K follow-up, after that, that's your turn. And literally, Moon knows that you're scared, so she's just chasing, and now you're not anti-airing. Like, at that point, you need to be using like 6B and 5H to anti-air. Or just going more anti-air. Like, Moon's just chasing you down. Now it's a little bit better movement because he's using the dash to cross under. Is that a whiff punish? It's a good whiff punish. It was. It sort of was a whiff punish. Oh, almost another whiff punish. That was like a mix-up. A lot of movement. I feel like air dashing like that like it's fine, but you're not really capitalizing. You're not really locking down Moon. Like, I guess, how much meter are you building? You building a lot of meter, at least? Not really. It's easy to go underneath the meter stops. Like, I feel like you should be using jump H a lot more as a button. Go just show it here. Six P's pretty good, but you can't combo off it, so that's why 5H is a lot better. That's all you can get off the 6B. It needs to be counted as well. So that's why 6B is like iffy, because it used to be able to jump and cancel that. You used to be able to do more. So 5H is a lot better. And it's a pretty good anti-air. It does a lot. So yeah. Yeah, if it's really deep, like, and in the corner maybe. Let's try that. You know what? It might need to be normal counter hit. And it might need to be standing. Try this. Sort of. Yeah, I can see that happening. It's still very kind of unreliable, but if the need arises, it's pretty decent. Try 5k. And yeah, I do know about the air guy combo. The thing is, if it's not a counter hit, they can tech through it. It's a problem because you do really want it knocked down. You can't 5k after 6p. At least you can do that. It's kind of cool. At 5k's, 5k's the anti-air. Sort of. It's just way better like that. If you really need like a fast anti, maybe 5k could work. Let's try to get something like this. Yeah, see that working. Oh, tech time on that. Yep, 5k is decent. You can also see that being good against like Eno, very fast. Yeah, that's like the. Yeah, that's basically Raven in a nutshell. Kind of slow buttons, but goddamn, are they active. And goddamn, do they have big hitboxes. Continue. So when he drops and you OTG and then he sword summons, I don't know. I feel like you're kind of letting this happen. Yeah, backdash that. That was pretty good. And that was a jump too. I don't think going jump D like that's a good idea. I think going air to air with lots of jump Ps is a lot better. Because jump D is punishable and it doesn't get you as much reward. So if I was gonna something like that, it's a lot better. These jump Ps is a lot better. Bring out the jump K. Jump K is too slow. Look at that. Way better. You get knocked down. The jump slash is pretty good as well. Rising jump slash. If you get close enough, you could go into medieval. But yeah, because if that gets blocked, if the jump D gets blocked, they can probably punish you if they know what they're doing. So not the best. It's a lot better. It's a lot better defensively, like jumping backwards and doing it, than jumping forwards and doing it. His jump slash is a lot better going forward. Jump D is a bit more of a call out jumping forward because it's punishable and won't be as far away. Like if, like it's just not going to be. It's going to be 2 minus. They can punish it. Let's just see what's going on here. So what was that? That was the reversal. Yeah, that's just going to happen sometimes. You got to bait it. You got to bait it by just falling and waiting. That's still plus, and you don't have the buttons to compete after 4P. So after this, I just either backdash or jump out or something. 4P string. 1 hit, and minuses that. Hey man, gotta give the advice to the best of my abilities. Let's go 5 Ps. Minus, yeah, it's still kind of positive. I don't think I can mash after that. Still, like this is where like a jump, like after shit like this, let's just put ram. This is where jump D gets a lot stronger. Let's try that. Just jumping out would be better. If they chase you, let's just say something like that. So his buds are really good for covering his ass. But I really think like Raven kind of needs to just back off, get back to his range, use his defensive buttons in the air just to keep him safe, to deter a little bit.
Let me hit that.
Really?
I can handle it.
I am certain that you cannot.
Oh, come on. I smoked a ton of weed in the 90s.
Alright, mix ups,
Right,
gotta block it, just shit happens. 2S. Oof, big call out. Dash forward close slash or dash. I feel like dash forward 5H isn't too bad. I don't know. Maybe. Man, that was risky as hell. At this point, I just come down with like a jump slash. Like this, I just come down with a jump slash. Take a turn. Or a jump H. Oof. I feel like these are 2Ds, and I don't know. I feel like 4P would be better at that range. I don't know what this is. This like a air dash reset? I think so. Peep by the overhead, just a sec. Impacts over that. Maybe it was F2. I don't know. So that's just a reversal super. Pretty risky. Very nice. It's not exactly real doing that. Like you need to air dash a bit. You went too high with that air dash. If I jumped, like you needed to just instantly do it and you would have reached there in time. Yeah, this is where like absorb YRC would be pretty useful. Like you could absorb YRC, then see that yes they whiffed like the second part of the wrecker or something, and then you go in. Because you have all the time. God, so many backdashes. You need to really challenge this. Like yeah, backdash. That's minus. You shouldn't be backdashing that. Wait, is that? I'm sure that was minus. It's -7. Should be punishing that technically, but oops. Is the P? Yeah, so that's -7. So backdashing after that is like probably no. Like you should be doing fast slash into like a 2H. Or a fast slash and a reset of fast slash command grab or something. And then you're backdashing too much. Like if you really want to, if you're worried about him coming forward, then that's when you neutral jump. Like, because neutral jump is strong for a lot of characters. So you'll see like, stuff like Kai, he'll do a neutral jump H. Because he's really good at covering the ground and everything. Yeah, ground dash, like anything, just I feel like that was too delayed of a air dash after he jumped up there. He jumped up and they'd like a delayed air dash. Like a forward dash after that wouldn't be that bad either, just for pressure. It's just like a missed opportunity. If you're too far for an air dash, you should be doing a forward dash. Yeah, neutral jumping is like a pretty useful tool, especially like for most characters, but especially Raven. Just neutral jump, jump S, neutral jump, jump D. Just neutral jump and see what's happening. He doesn't always have to be backdash because you do have good buttons to contest. Bit of an odd jump D. I mean, 5D. It's also not a 5D is not a bad mix-up. I think it's decently plus. Plus. Is it plus? Oh no, some of them are plus. Jeez. -5D. -1, that's not bad. Because you can just fast slash after that and try to poke him out. It's very safe. So you did pin here. You did needle here. And I'm kind of certain you did it just then. I can't tell if you did it after. I think you might have just done it after flash. If that ever happens, I feel like either you gotta just block it or you need to absorb it, or maybe you can absorb it and just play patient. It's risky, but still. You do have to kind of expect this when a RAM has 15 meter and it's full screen. Because RAM doesn't have like super big uses for meter compared to you. Like you have way much more use for meter, so she'll gladly trade meter for you. This is a first to 3. Yeah, if you have the health for it and you can stay alive. $5k PP. Which one's that one? 5k, that's the overhead. The hitbox might catch you on the way down. Like on the way up. Rather. It might catch you. On the way up. Like you can't really jump FD out. It's unscaled when in stance. Oh, jeez. Just hold up, back out of it. See? You can. Then you're just gonna go low. And as much as you don't think the reward is good, it's still RC it. And still gets like a meaty with a sword off it. So that's when like they'll just catch you trying to jump out. I don't feel like holding up is always the best thing because hell, they might not even go into that string. Ram might just go. Something like that and it'll catch you. Okay, sure, if you see it, it's still very risky. Giving a block sun. A jump H has such a huge hitbox. Just catch the jumping out. Just kept the lockdown. It's really good. Keeping her in the corner. So after this happened, a good player would, after they realize this, a good player would just air grab here, because they realize the tech to the combo messed up and it won't be a knockdown and they'll tech in the air, so they'll go for an air grab here. But if you don't have that, this is when I just 5H. Unfortunately, you've crossed under, but so as soon as this misses and you'd be like, oh shit, that's missed, 5H. That's when I'd like 6p or 5H or something, or 5k. Just try to take your turn back. Now that kind of meaty their tech, and they probably won't come down with an immediate button, hopefully. Another lead slash, so it didn't combo properly. But yeah, he's trying to mash with 2D. I don't really think that's a good idea. And I need to play both of them going at this rate, because they keep swapping back and forth. Let's see this setup of 2D. 2D is 9. 4p, just breaking with 4p or 5p would be better. Because then you can combo into other stuff from there. 4p is just a much better poke out button. 2p. Try 2p. Because you're not worried about range as Raven as much. You have pretty decent range. You're worried about the fastest button in that area. Yeah, positioning is really weird. So in most situations, when someone, like a combo happens and it drops, and they can tech out like that, it's immediate air grab. That's what they're always gonna do. So what happened here? So I gotta make sure my screen's correct. So this is kind of awkward. Like, I feel like Moon can just come down with a jump H or a jump slash and kind of wreck you for air dashing in there. So I gotta be careful with that. And that's very minus, and you IB that. I think it's minus. PK. PK. -7. So yeah, that should have definitely been your turn. So just not realizing that. And you IB'd as well. You could have done close slash there. That's how much of a punish it was. Now at this point you're just mashing. Yep. I think that was punishable. It was basically punishable. Yeah. It's not 2D punishable, but it's punishable. Yeah, definitely not punishable. You just try to press a button after that, which is not good for Moon. Oof. Yeah, it's not air grab after that. Like as soon as you confirm this, like because you did pin YSC, and you see him air dashing towards you. This is when, first of all, you gotta land, but trying to do an air grab here is just not gonna work. Not an air grab, a ground anti-air command grab. It's too slow. You gotta do a lot more preemptively. It's a lot better preemptively to catch people like air dashing out preemptively. It's not the best as like a. So I'd mainly see it used more like against neutral jumps or against people trying to air dash out of pressure if they're trying to escape a command grab, because it's just lingering there and it'll catch you on the way down or something like that. But in this situation, like 5k, 5h, 6p would be a lot better. Yeah, that's where you like counter hit 6p, or you just air grab or something. Because if a smarter player would also realize, yeah, you YSC and I just air dash to you time to FD. See, supered through that. Oof, blitz. Pretty decent call out. Didn't capitalize off it, but happened. Whoa, that was weird. I still don't like this. First of all, his swords are both out, so you're not scared of him jumping in. It's like, look at this. Just jump D, and you back dash. I don't like that. Oof, that was a huge yoink though. God damn. He tried to jump out, yoink. Oh, that's funny. A bit too much air dashing. Like like sure, it's good if you don't want to be set up by swords, but you do have the buttons to stand your ground. Like even here, like you set up swords. And now, like, you're not really contesting the swords. Like, a neutral jump here wouldn't be that bad. Because the top sword happened. Just 6p through that. Was that delayed? No, it whiffed, so that's why the 6p worked. The second hit of the string whiffed, so the overhead was not inboxed on. Yeah, he's just it's really weird because he locks you down. You press the incorrect. You don't use the system mechanics properly to get him off, and then press a button. You press the wrong buttons. You don't really neutral jump just to be safe in coming down. And then if he does approach, you come down with like some sort of button to kind of defend yourself and cover the space. And you also don't really anti it when he approaches at you, especially when you ISC. Like, I understand Ram is scary when she's got a sword, but sometimes she doesn't have a sword, and I'm seeing you, like, backdash away. Like, air dashing is, dashing forward is pretty useful, but jumping forward and using air normals is also pretty good. No, the mashing's just happening. It's frame trap into a 5D. It's another mix-up. Clashing, it's just a mess. Your turn was you probably had your turn like 3 times already. Like especially here, like when that whiffed and you came down, that is prime throw time. Usually you'd see like a stronger player, not even a stronger player, like a slightly more experienced player would just be like yoink throw. Oops. So like, yeah, that's really good. That's actually like super sick seeing that. Because maybe you don't want to deal with ramp jump H. Like you can kind of do that, make a whiff. So that's not a bad thing to do. So what's this? After this combo, you don't get quite close. After scratch, you probably could have gone up a bit further. Into like 5k. 5k close slash. Oh, that was also almost really nice. Overhead into... Unfortunately doesn't get the combo. See that can hit 2k launch. What was that from? Is that with a P starter? Yeah. Alright, different starter. So I thought that's always gonna hit a low. Oh my god. That needed to be a jump slash or something to catch him, or a jump edge. We do a call out into a sword summon. I don't think he could have waited there. Just a sec. I'm just seeing 2H. Oof. Yeah. Air dashing is forward dashing is cool and all because you want to avoid stuff. Just a sec. Family being too low. Alright. Early. You ever heard? Getting it low. Man, doesn't even combo. They need to be corner carry. Saw something that's a bit of a call out. Trying to do an air dash forward, trying to catch from jumping away. It's too slow. He just gets hit by a sword. And that burst was a little bit unnecessary because that was just going to be a mix-up and not like an actual combo for damage. So what was this? Yep. I feel like Raven can do a lot more with Absorb YIC against Ram Jump H. If you don't want to always air dash around. I mean ground dash around. Or go in the air. Yeah, this is gonna hurt. It's gonna burst still, yep. God. This TV's so loud. Just a sec. Yeah, alright, I'm back. Like, yeah, just dashing around, like, I guess he's getting used to it, he's enjoying it, but he needs to be using buttons, more neutral jump buttons and more other buttons. Ugh, that just whiffs. Yeah, the ram's not gonna stay still. It's just neutral jump. And family so loud. Anyways, let me finish this up. I think that was it. Yeah, going air here wouldn't be that bad. Or just staying the ground 6p, just waiting for him to come down. You dashed in, you 6p'd. It's a good button for kind of forcing a turn, sort of, but just jumping back and trying to go for an air dash here is, he's not going to stand still. Like, you've just got to kind of control him. Like, this is where I would have, in the situation, sure, it's not standing still. And now he stood still, but you didn't really stay there to enter him. And you jump back, and you try to air dash forward, and he just jumps again. It's just, maybe a jump H would have caught that, but still. Anyways, I've been doing this for about almost 4 hours, so that was an hour more than I kind of wanted to do, but this will go up on YouTube, and hopefully everyone who's watched it for their segment will learn some stuff. I'll be doing this next week. If you want to follow, I'll be doing this regularly. I'll be doing what looks like the Newbie Tourney on Fridays, AEDT, and the analysis on Saturdays, and maybe some stuff in between, maybe some Netplay or some reviews if people want more of that. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys, and see you next time.